streets.
Except in front of the Anta.
Still.
Good news?
The Venatori are helping the Antom make their Gatlock explosives even more powerful.
What?
It's not ready yet. They're still experimenting.
Then we have some time. The Crows will investigate.
We had better. I am sure we'd be among the Antom's first targets.
A journal about seeing Venatori in Crow meeting spots.
Useful to know.
Let's dig around some more. Keep a grip.
Canals built right today, huh?
Annihilate them!
Take him out!
End it now.
That Venatori dropped a note. Huh. A Venatori traitor?
Good to know.
Something's up with the Crows and Venatori. The journal belongs to a crow named Chance. We'll look for them around the diamond. Maybe they know what this is about.
Get clear!
On the job. Get clear!
You have to move. Got it.
Say the word. Get back!
As you say. Get out of there! Look out! Late.
Only your gods will miss you.
I'm ready to go again.
More essence.
Spite still behaving?
As much as ever.
You live another day.
And so do you. Spite would shred you after I tore you apart.
Figured you more for a gentleman assassin.
I'm a professional, not a gentleman. I get the job done. Manners don't come into it.
Are you Chance Candide? Found your journal. Couldn't help reading something about Venatori.
Ah, you've become embroiled in our local mystery. If you wish to help, let me shed some light. Venatori was spotted lurking in places where the crows conduct confidential business.
What can we do?
It would be a great help if you could search near our dead drops in the flooded district. That's where Venatori were last spotted. Please look for any clues as to what our spies are after.
A fine evening, is it not, my friends?
What is a governor supposed to be doing in times of occupation?
The crows have been setting people free from the Untom's cages.
Wine glasses. Like people were toasting a deal.
Not a vintage I've seen on any pro tape. But that means little if they were keeping a low profile or have poor taste in wine.
Another secret note between a crow and a venatori.
You can't rely on the crows.
The Drowned District has had other names, but none stuck. And Devens love drama.
Why build it if you won't keep it up?
That's our third note by these crow and venatori spies. Half of these letters are written in a cipher I can't make out. Let's talk to Chance. Chance? We found notes from the Crow and Venatori spies, but parts of them are in code.
Ah, thank you. This may yet help trace their movements. Give me a while to break the cipher on these letters.
Davrin, for all your worry about me, you've got your own problems.
I'll take them any day over being possessed.
Your reward.
Now's your chance.
You were saying, Davrin, for all your worry about me, you've got your own problems.
I'll take them any day over being possessed.
You're a warden. You've got actual blight inside you.
So you know a few warden's secrets.
Your blood reacts to darkspawn and can drive you mad when Archdemon shows up. And if you survive that, you eventually wander alone into the deep roads to die.
That's the vow I took.
Until you snap. I've seen it happen.
Not me.
Everyone says that. I'll be watching.
Trouble nearby. Finish them off!
Feel the wrath of Tavita. The gods will have you.
Hit them now, bro!
That should speed things up. Davrin, you haven't asked me in a while.
If you mean spite, I'm laying low.
Right. Don't spook the quarry.
Especially when the quarry can lie to your face. You say spite's under control, but I want...
Behind you! Now's your chance. Davrin, you haven't asked me in a while.
If you mean spite, I'm laying low.
Right. Don't spook the quarry.
Especially when the quarry can lie to your face. You say spite's under control, how do I know that isn't spite talking?
The wings are a giveaway. But I'm glad we're keeping you on your toes.
Need and knowledge.
Hi there, boy. Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook!
So, we need a fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a fate expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
We've seen terrible magic. Old magic. It'll get worse unless we step up.
I see. Belara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, a fate expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
You know, we have more comfortable rooms and basically infinite space, so why,
Why does the trained assassin prefer a quiet, unassuming spot with good choke points?
Guess you just answered that question.
Besides, I'm closer to the coffee.
What happened in Minrathous will stay with me a long time.
To other shores.
It must haunt you, Davrin, knowing the blight inside you will be your end someday.
Spite could be yours.
Could be. But as a Grey Warden, it will be.
How do you know so much about wardens?
We've done business.
They hired you?
There was a contract.
Were they the mark?
It's complicated. Another time.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met. Well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I like that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like this. Are these warts?
Indeed they are. But what's caused the aphotic needles to fall into a slumber?
Oh, I'm pretty handy with artifacts. I can take a look.
That would be good of you, Belara. Your friends and I will press on.
Right, Professor. Good luck.
What's that ahead?
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it. What? Where'd everyone go?
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
I thought you could control them.
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Door's open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor.
Just Emmerich, please.
You weren't that surprised we need a fate expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when. There's a fight ahead. Fantastic rope!
It's freezing. What kind of magic is this?
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
This is locked too, and I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid.
I'll need a wisp.
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Here's our second wisp.
Just waiting for us. Almost polite.
I assure you, good Warden, not everything in the necropolis is as hostile as despair.
Take your word for it.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door.
Can't do this without a wisp.
Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I thought. We must stop. Who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook?
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh, yes. Mortals are their prime attraction. Trouble over there. They attack from afar!
Done!
That one, quickly!
Way to get it done.
It's over.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place. Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I trained with the wardens in the Anderfells.
Home to the fortress of Weishaupt. I've heard stories. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. Here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's this magic bell do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Ring the bell, dead demons. Got it.
It also holds great significance on some of our equinoctial rituals.
You already sold me.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Gift is one word for it.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh, I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
We found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
Live and fight!
This device cannot be! Join with me!
A fine hit, Rook!
And destroy!
I am your vessel!
Join with me!
A solid hit!
More of that, Rook!
Right. That one's ready.
Nice hit, Rook.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Nah, I'll fill you in on them later.
We demand blood.
Look behind you! They're firing at us! Spectacular run!
This cannot be possible.
There! Strike now!
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone behind the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones into Vinter.
What's this?
A vessel to store the magic the Venatori intended to siphon away from us.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
All right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.